Okay, now Tyler, first off, congratulations on your nomination this year, Abbott Elementary. How was it going back into this your second time around? Was it just as fun?
It's more fun, actually. I think the first time it can be so overwhelming. You know what I mean? You're in a room full of people that you respect immensely and have watched for years. So there is a little bit of like imposter syndrome that comes with it, just kind of standing in the room. But like the second time around, you can just kind of really address it. There's a lot of good TV out there, and everyone's doing their absolute best to make, and keep TV great. So that's really nice, is to be able to come in and celebrate not just ourselves, but everybody else as well.
And you're like really holding it down for network television as well, too. Raising the bar.
We're still here. Network TV ain't going nowhere. We still doing 22. We still out here. I think a lot of times network can get lost in the mix. But it's good to be the network show, reminding people that there's still great shows on network.
Now, you mentioned still doing the 22. That takes real stamina. So what kind of training do you do, even when you're not on camera, just to make sure that when you show up on set to shoot 22 episodes, you can bring it every time?
So my first show was a show called Everybody Hates Chris, and that was a 22. So that's where I learned how to, I guess, pace myself. Because the story arcs are bigger and longer, and it's, the wake-ups get earlier and they don't stop. So I think, ultimately it's getting ready ahead of time. I take about 2 to 3 months ahead of time to not only get my vessel ready and talk with the writers and prime myself emotionally what's coming, but also my body in shape to maintain. Because usually what happens when you do a 22 is when flu season comes, cast members start dropping, and it happened to us last year, and that's just part of it. So you have to make sure that you're ready to go. I take the 22 very seriously. It's hard on purpose.
Right. Well, look, you have really taken care of your vessel. And as someone who's been taking care of his vessel for such a long time in the industry, can you tell us, what's 1 or 2 things that you've seen change within the industry itself from when you first started to where you are tonight?
I think the conversation about not just mental health, but also physical health, particularly with actors. I came up in the era of you could be sick, they're going to put a bucket beside camera.
Oh, no.
Use it when you need to, and we'll get another takeoff. And that's not the case anymore. You know what I mean? So I think understanding that we're not robots. We're not. Same thing with crews as well. The treatment of crews has changed. The way departments are recognized and celebrated was not the case then the way it is now. I see, so especially with these things, at the Emmys, you see a lot of love for the Creative Arts Emmys, and they're being taken just as seriously as everything else. So I think that's it. It feels like a more wholesome town than it used to be.
Amen to the wholesomeness.
Yeah.
Well, please, Abbott Elementary, very wholesome show. Please keep up the great work, man. Congratulations, Tyler.